Hey friends, we started the week out extra special with a snow day. Who knew we were gonna have so much snow in Waco? Here is my important question. Did you build a snowman? I hope you did, because if you did, then you're going to understand a lot more about this book, Snowmen at Night by Carolyn Bunner. Buhner, I suppose. We don't often get snow. In fact, was this your first big snow in Waco? Was this your only snow that you've had in your whole life? It might have been, and that's really cool, and I'm so glad you got to have that experience because it's gonna make reading this book different. If we had read this book last week before it snowed, you would have liked the book. But this week, you'll understand it differently because you'll remember what it's like to push the snowballs and let them get bigger and bigger and form a base. And you'll know that maybe you have to have help to get a heavy layer in the middle. And you'll remember the next day or the next 2 days when your snowman began to look like this. The next morning when we woke up, our snowmen were not the same. And this book talks to us about what in the world happened during the night. Snowmen at Night. One wintry day, I made a snowman very round and tall. And the next day when I saw him, he was not the same at all. His hat had slipped. His arms drooped down. He really looked a fright. It made me start to wonder, what do snowmen do at night? I think that snowmen start to slide when it gets really dark. Off the lawn and down the street and right into the park. They gather in a circle while they wait for all the others, sipping cups of ice-cold cocoa made by snowmen mothers. Then the snowman games begin. They line up in their places, each one anxious for his turn in the snowman races. After everyone has had a chance at racing once or twice, they go over to the pond and do skating tricks on ice. Now, our snowmen couldn't go to any of our ponds or rivers because it wasn't cold enough for long enough. We'd have to have a lot more cold for a lot more days to make our water freeze. Now, sometimes they start giggling. Then they act like clowns. They bump into each other till they all fall down. Did you fall down in the snow and maybe make a snow angel while you were there? I hope so. That would be fun. It was pretty wet though. Then they gather up their snowballs. Each one takes careful aim, and underneath the moonlit sky, they play a baseball game. What happens when you throw a snowball at a baseball bat? Does it burst open? Get snow everywhere? I think so. No one knows just how it started, but soon it's quite a sight, with snowmen throwing snowballs in the world's best snowball fight. Please tell me you made snowballs. Please tell me you threw snowballs. Please tell me that you got hit with a snowball. I hope you know what that's like. Now, no one knows just how it started, but soon it's quite a sight, with snowmen throwing snowballs in the world's best snowball fight. I read it again for you. Then it's time for sledding. It's a wild ride down the hill. Whoa, they yell. This is by far the snowmen's biggest thrill. Finally, they're tuckered out. They're getting sleepy. So they slowly gather up their things, and one by one they go. So if your snowman's grin is crooked, or he's lost a little height, you'll know he's just been doing what snowmen do at night. And that is a story that now you have a very different understanding of. Now, if you're a little bit older, we can turn up our brain and analyze this in a different way. The experience that you brought by having made a snowman or having felt the snow or just been out in it and seen it brings background knowledge to your book. And when you have background knowledge about a book, it helps with your reading. All right, I hope that you have a great rest of this week. And please, please tell me what your snowmen did at night. And if you want to put a picture of them up, I would love to have a collection of some Hillcrest snowmen. I will see you next week. Bye, guys.